Hey there guys, Aldershot here, and I thought I'd do a vlog, keep you guys updated, do our usual chit-chats and all that. Yeah, I've been playing some games over the week, as I usually do. You've seen some of them on the channel, of course. Let me know what games you guys have been playing over the week as well, because I want to hear about it. I like to interact with you guys, of course. But even more importantly is I like to know what games you guys are interested in, because that's a really good pinpoint of what kind of games I should put on this channel. So yeah, if you guys played anything interesting that you want to recommend or even just talk about, let me know. Communicate, that'll be great. I would appreciate that actually. But anyways, yeah, I did a video on Hengeki and Expendabros, Crawl, and a Let's Play on Abyss Odyssey. As promised from my last vlog, I tried to focus on more complete games. Crawl is an early impression, but that was a really good game. I really wanted to bring that one to you guys. And as far as my Hengeki video is concerned, I mean, I liked how it turned out for the most part. Like, I was trying some new editing techniques. If you haven't noticed, if you watched the video, the title screen's a little bit different from the usual title screens in our videos. It has some motion. So I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit. I'm trying to kind of rebrand the channel a little bit, kind of make some new graphics and bring in some new ideas and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, yeah, that video turned out alright for what I was going for. Needs some more tweaks as far as the opening scene, or opening, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, one more thing about that video, I actually really enjoyed that game, and after rewatching it myself, I feel like I came off a little bit more critical than I intended to be. So I want to make it clear for anyone who might have watched my Hengeki video that it is actually an enjoyable game. It has really deep mechanics that really encourages the hardcore score attack types to get a lot out of that game, and it does that very well. Something I kind of failed to mention in the video itself, so I'll mention it here. But I still stand by the video, as I usually do. You know, defaults are defaults. It is what it is. The stuff that I said is true for the most part. But I do want to make it clear that the game is actually quite enjoyable for what it is. Whether or not that's worth your $10 is really up to you. But there you go. Basically, I didn't mean to come up as critical as I did, but at the same time, I still stand by it. Anyways, enough about Hengeki. Yeah, something else over the week that we did that was kind of interesting was that myself, Josh from GamingFTL, and Swashbuckling Sir, you guys might be familiar with them. I kind of talked to you about them a couple of vlogs ago. We did a few videos together, and we made another video together, or a couple more videos together. The footage that you're watching now is probably a game called Game Cheats. No, what was it? Screen Cheat. There you go, Screen Cheats. That was the game that three of us kind of got together and did a recording on. I'll have their videos on the game posted as annotations on screen that you're probably going to be seeing right now. And it's also in the description as well. I recommend checking out both their videos, even though you're kind of looking at the game now as kind of like a background visual thing. They actually have commentary and, you know, our voices recorded in their videos, and they're different formats and they have different perspectives as well. So definitely check out both videos, done by cool dudes, you know, Josh from GamingFTL and Swashbuckling Sir. If you didn't catch the vlog that I talked about them, I recommend these wonderful people, my friends, to you guys, because they're excellent YouTubers themselves, quite passionate, quite talented, and have good head on their shoulders. You know, they know how to analyze games, and their channel is similar to what I'm trying to do myself. You know, impressions, reviews, showcases, etc. But of course, different personalities, different perspectives, and they do it in their own kind of format. So yeah, I don't feel like they're quote-unquote competition. They're my friends, and I doubt you guys only watch my channel, so there you go. Expand your horizons and find new people and all that sort of stuff. Always good. So check them out. Check out the videos especially. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed ourselves with that game. But just to talk about the game a little tiny bit so you know what's going on. Screen Cheat is basically takes you back to the old school days where people played FPSs or multiplayer games on the same TV and split screens on the same console. Alright, GoldenEye, 007 comes to mind, Halo, LANs come to mind. I had a friend, actually he has a YouTube channel as well, and he's in our featured list, named The Again. He's actually a personal friend of mine, a good buddy of mine. I think I've actually known him for most of my life, which makes me feel really old, but there you go. He was the worst at screen cheating when it comes to local multiplayer games. When we used to play Halo together a lot, or Halo 2, and we used to get mad at him all the time because it was obvious he was watching our screen to see where we were so he can kill us. But in screen cheats, it takes that idea and makes it into its own game. So basically, you can't see the other players, but you can see all their screens. Okay, it's kind of like a local multiplayer kind of scenario here, and you have to watch their screens as reference points to where you have to shoot, rather than actually aiming on your own screen. And that creates very interesting metagames. The strategy is quite different from other FPSs for obvious reasons, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there you go. That's basically the game. I found it quite enjoyable. The graphics are a little bit basic, but there you go. You want a little bit more detail? Again, check out their videos. Check out Josh's and Swashbuckling Sir's videos. They go into detail about it. So there you go. So that's basically what's been happening over the week on this channel. As far as future plans is concerned, I'm still actually catching up on games that developers have sent me, and I've mentioned that I will either definitely or probably make a video on their games, and there's still a fair amount of them that I haven't yet, so I'm still catching up on my backlog. There's definitely a couple of really interesting games I want to get out to you guys. I'm just trying to find the time. It's going to be kind of busy for me over the next couple of months. Trying to put together an art portfolio, a proper one. Put a little bit more time into it. I really gotta focus. I really do. Up my professional life and all that, I guess you can say. So, you know, I'll still be bringing up content on the channel. Probably won't be like every single day like I have been doing over the last 2 weeks or so. That's why you kind of might have noticed slightly less content on the channel over the week compared to the last couple of weeks. The last couple of weeks was actually above normal of how much content I usually produce in a week. I don't know, I just got obsessed with YouTube over those 2 weeks, but I'm going to try and calm down a little bit and focus on my own personal matters over the course of this week at the very least. But don't worry, I'll still be bringing out new videos and content. Like I said, I'm still catching up on other games that I've still been meaning to do videos on, so hopefully you guys can look forward to that. But other than that, I actually have a new series planned as well. Yes, another one. I like to try new things. It keeps me motivated to keep doing this YouTube thing, right? But yeah, I was kind of thinking about doing a sort of a list, like an Aldershot recommended list, as like maybe a bi-monthly thing or something. Like basically I'll pick a topic, a specific topic, for example tactical shooters, for example, and I'll recommend my top 3 tactical shooter choices with maybe an honorable mention, something along the lines of that. And if it's successful, maybe I'll do something more silly, even like most recommended game for motion sickness. I don't know, it's just an idea right now. I actually have the first list recorded. I just have to get the game footage to match the recording, edit it together. Is a bit of a process, etc, etc. But hopefully that'll go over well. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But yeah, there you go. That's basically all I want to talk about. Oh, one more thing. A little bit off topic, not really gaming related, but Robin Williams died, and that's really sad to hear. Now, normally I don't get much of an emotional response from celebrity going ons and all that. But Robin Williams, like, he's an actor that I watched a lot of movies while growing up. Like, he was one of my favorite actors. He's still one of my favorite actors, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I grew up watching him with my mom and dad and my friends and all that stuff. He played a big part in my development, if you ask me. I mean, I still have a huge passion for movies. It's definitely a topic that I have a huge interest in, that I'm actively, keeping up on and all that stuff. I don't talk about a lot of it because it's a gaming channel, but I'm a huge movie buff for the most part. And yeah, Robin Williams, he he was in a lot of movies that I grew up loving, and from that level, I think I feel a little bit of sadness because of that. Um, Now I know it sounds cliche and all that stuff, but it kind of feels like a part of me died with Mr. Williams, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to actually, like, honestly feel, you know, legitimate sadness for the guy, because I didn't really know him personally, and if I'm being honest with myself, that's, the truth of it. But again, because he played a role in my development as a person, from watching his movies, from being a movie, fanatic and general enthusiast of that media, it feels like a piece of me died with him, and that's I think that's the part I'm kind of grieving for more than anything else. Is like I'm grieving for that part of me that felt like it went away with Robin Williams. The knowledge that I'll never see a new Robin Williams movie, that makes me really sad because he was still making good movies even at his later years. So that's again a little bit depressing, a bit sad. I think what I think something else that made me kind of feel down today about this whole topic, normally again celebrity stuff don't really affect me. I think this has affected me because um, it kind of marks a phase of my life that I might be entering, if that makes any sense. Like a few years ago, I've experienced a phase of life where all your close friends are starting to move away, have family and kids and all that sort of stuff. So I've experienced that, and with Williams passing, I think it could sort of mark the start of the things that I grew up with are kind of passing. They're going away slowly, one by one. And I think Robin Williams' death is kind of the start of that. Which, with that realization, it kind of makes me a little sad. Because, as with anybody, they want to preserve the things that made them who they are. And that's just a very natural human instinct. And I think that's where this sort of sadness I'm feeling is coming from, if I'm being honest with you guys and with myself. So there you go. It's really sad whenever anybody dies, but when somebody who you can recognize that have affected your life in any sort of way, you kind of feel it a little bit more. You know what I mean? So even though I never met the guy, even though I don't know him personally, I I legitimately and honestly, I think I feel a degree of sadness today with Williams passing. And if not for him, if I'm being honest, if not for Mr. Williams himself, then for myself. With the realization that the things that I loved as a kid is going away, with the realization that one of my favorite actors won't be making new movies, being a fan, that makes me sad. So there you go. Going to end the vlog on a high note. Not really. Sorry about depressing you guys. I do appreciate you guys letting me be, I guess, being the shoulder for me to cry on. I really wanted to get this off my chest, so I appreciate you guys kind of listening in and all that. But anyways, not to depress you guys anymore, I'll end the vlog here. I hope you guys will enjoy future videos that will come on the channel in the next few days, of course, if not tomorrow. And thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. All the shout outs.